Hi, I'm Sharon and this is
Michelle.
And as you can see, we are in a different studio.
I know, I'm excited to be here.
I know, it's
Bit of a change.
It's a bit of a change and hopefully a good change.
Aye, we're going for a new look.
We're going for a new look.
A revamp.
But no, ourselves personally, just our surroundings. To be fair, I have been a wee bit blonder for the last time a bit actually.
Oh, I've got my extensions done.
Chris said to me, are you going to get your roots done? I said, that's the way my hair's supposed to be.
He's got an issue with your roots. What is this guy's problem?
My hair's supposed to be brown at the top. And then he went, it's not really brown, no, it's like carrot. So that was my feedback for that week. But this week on Mums on the Run, we are focusing on bullying. And the reason we're focusing on bullying is because one of the football dads had asked us to cover this discussion because especially having girls playing football, it's quite a topic where the girls tend to get criticised for playing football by obviously the boys. So
always the boys that are triggered. Sorry.
Jump in at any time. I know. So for me, I find like if I post like Ali's got a wee video, obviously she's got her TikTok page for her football, and she's only got like 2,500 people on it or whatever. But if I post something, it does seem to be boys that will come in and go, I'll beat the four of yous, or
let's sit down.
So we were actually talking about this at the football, and one of the dads had said, because I'm quite gamey, like, and he was like, why are you kind of like that? And I was like, I got bullied all the way through primary, and I was like, I always remember my mum saying, nobody's coming to save you, you need to save yourself. I was like, and then once I realised, oh, hold on, like, I'm actually not bad. I'm not bad at fighting. Don't recommend it, but
guns.
I look at me. I was like,
in the gym
nobody's taking the pee at me anymore. So I kind of went from there. And now, even as an adult, like, when someone's disrespecting me, the anger I get, because I'm like, don't be disrespecting me, I can stick up for myself now.
Aye, I've got a fucking voice in here.
Aye. But that's what I'm trying to encourage on the kids, because obviously, like, being at high school now.
Wayne's are feral.
Aye. And Ali's just got put into her football team. It's all boys. All boys and just her. So I'm like, you might get a bit of backlash here from maybe a boy that's wanted that position. Listen, they're probably no meaning it, but they're just, their ego's hurt kind of thing. So it's trying to obviously tell them that usually someone who's doing the bullying, it's somebody that's quite insecure, like always. On their own flaws into it. So
it is. I love that this topic's come for a guy, but like,
I loved that. So he said that to me, I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Aye, for you.
Like, yeah, I'm doing this for you. Because he had said how he had get bullied, right? And I love this because I'm like, it's such a grudge he's held and I love it so much. Honestly, I was pure rooting for him, like,
let's go, Dad.
Yes. So he'd said that basically like boys used to really, I think, I could be wrong here, I think he was the only Rangers fan in a Catholic school.
Well.
So I think he got like kind of, obviously he got kind of hanged for that. And he said it was for ages and ages and ages. Like, it was bad. He's like, it was really, really bad and stuff. And then I went to go to school and all that and whatever. He says, and then like years later when he was an adult, he says, I bumped into him, said it was by his head. He says, and the guy's like, are you all right? And he's like,
hey, fuck you.
He's like, nothing,
You're
nada.
Like, you talking to me?
He's like, I did not even speak to him.
Excuse me?
And I was like, did you hold that? And he's like, yeah. He said, and then he found me on Facebook and he messaged me and said, what was that all about? And he was like, what do you mean, what was that all about? You've pure ruined my childhood. Like,
well, that actually brings me back to, remember I sent you a message, somebody contacted me on TikTok, and it was like, or was it you actually? Somebody messaged me for school and it was like, hi Michelle.
You never told me.
Oh, maybe it was my other pal sent it to you.
You got another pal?
Excuse me. Sorry, what?
Rewind.
So I get bullied obviously in school because I had really bad psoriasis.
That's right, you told me that.
Covered head to toe at times, and I still get flare-ups and stuff. But I always remember, like, Waynes were fucking feral. I used to come home from school, like, crying all the time. My dad just be like, like,
I can imagine
you fucking, like, you better get in there. And I'm like, Dad. And he's like, I'm fucking sick of you greeting if you're not going to deal with it. Like, and I'm like, okay, somebody just love me. Just want a wee
love me for who I am.
Do you want a wee hug? Every cunt's shouting at me and I'm like, nobody likes me. So these Waynes were fucking like savage. I remember going to Belgium in school one time. We just jumped to Belgium, but we went on a trip to Belgium, right? And I wore like big jumper.
I like you cleared that up.
Everybody on the bus. One.
Let's just go to Belgium for the day.
Folk glad we got to Addison, be like, I'll go to Belgium.
Leave me alone.
Sorry.
So anyway, went to Belgium on a school trip, right? And I wore this big jumper the whole time. It was fucking boiling. Fucking Susan boiling. I'm not joking. I'm like fucking like that. On the phone.
And is that because you had it like on your arms?
Because I had it all over my arms, right? Like it was fucking rank, to be fair, right? But it was sore and it was itchy.
Yeah.
And I was on the phone with my mum, I'm sweating. She's like, take your fucking jumper off. I'm like, no.
Like, you can solve this problem.
You are the issue. And I'm like, no, because
was it boys or girls?
Both.
Was it?
Aye, both. And it was just a fucking shit time to be there. And it was high school.
Yeah.
Because I never got psoriasis until I went from like primary 7
really
to first year, and the doctor said, oh, it's like the stress, I'd like moving school and all that. They were fucking feral, some of them. My dad used to give me a terrible time, but he'd just be like, see, if you don't fucking swing them about, I'm coming. So I remember my dad going up to the school one time, and he got charged with breach of the peace because he was ready for like going like mental at the deputy head, because he's like, how's she getting in trouble? Because I think I stuck up for myself one time. It got to the point where enough's enough. Get you like that. You come here, like, so I ended up in a fight. I'm not normally like that, I swear. But
Saturday,
I was getting into trouble for it. I wasn't. I was getting into trouble for it. So they phoned my dad, rang him today, and he got escorted after the school and that. I'm outing him here. But he was like, I don't care. No. You've been going through this for months, we've been phoning constantly, and now you've snapped. Yeah. So. And
I feel like, because it took you that long to actually get there. My mum used to say to me, you batter them and I'll batter you. So I was either going to do it in school, I was going to do it in the house.
Your ma. My dad was telling me to fucking ragdoll people and everything. I'm scared.
So what did she do? Did she contact you?
Oh, aye. So one of these girls, so obviously she'd been watching my TikTok. The message was, hi Michelle, absolutely loving your videos. I just wanted to apologise for everything I put you through in school. I was really, really horrible. I hope you're doing well. Like, I'm now a teacher, like da 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 da. And I was like you, I could go fucking at I could go shit here. I was just like, oh, thanks very much, hope you're doing well. Can I no grudges here? I'm proud, because I could have went.
But I love the fact, like, when she's got to, like, when she's older, she's taking accountability for, like, listen,
I've actually thought about this.
I was a youngin, do you know what I mean? Like, and the fact is, I always say this to Ali, you don't know what they're going through in home. Not that they should be obviously projecting it onto you, but I say to her all the time, you need to basically have the balls to turn around and go, shut the fuck up. Like, because I'd said to her straight away, I was like, you do realise that there's a couple of boys that have been asked not to come to a football game because she's going, right? And I was like, so you do realise these boys have now gunning for you? Yeah, because they're only allowed to take so many kids. Like, so obviously they've had to sit maybe this one out so she can come, but she's the only girl. But I was trying to say to her, you need to stick up for yourself. I was like, so you need to be, basically, when they come at you, because they're going to say, you're shite at football. I mean, they're actually going to say this to you. I was like, but the simple fact is you've took their spot. I was like, so you're going to need to be prepared. I know, because you're actually shit. Yeah, you're going to need to be prepared to obviously stick up for yourself, which, to be fair, I don't think I had much in me with her. She's quite ballsy. Aye, she is.
I wonder where she gets that from.
No clue. She's her own person. But no, she's I think because I went to that high school, and I know, like, we were talking about this the other day, and I was like, I used to get called two backs. I'm like, aye, okay. I showed yous.
Look at me now. Fucking Jordan.
Where are you? I hope you're watching this. So I used to get called two backs all the time.
Stop saying that.
Honestly, I used to be fuming, like, and I was not your normal kid. Like, I used to leave first year, all my pals would be jumping on the bus and going that way, and I'd be jumping the bus going that way, because I used to work in a chippy. So I was walking the chippy like 5 days a week on my waits without getting drunk and smoking and all the rest of it. I also used to hang about with the popular crowd who were, like, smoking and all that, and I used to, like, have you ever watched that episode of Friends where Rachel, like, has to smoke to be in that crowd, because she means I was the one over there. They were all smoking. They were all smoking on this corner, and I was like, what was that? What are you planning? Like, genuinely, like, I don't even know why I was in that crowd. I think because I came from primary with them, but I was always getting slagged for my height, or, do you know what I mean? There was just always something.
I think Wayne's are worse these days, but...
Oh, they are. Because the internet's horrendous. The minute the wing goes home, they're getting it on the internet.
Aye. And that's where you see a lot of the Waynes actually really struggling with, like, you know, on the media and all that, like how Waynes have committed suicide because they're getting told online. And you still go through that, actually, in a sense, as an adult. Yeah. Like, on social media and stuff.
Of course you do, aye. Well, I post content like Ali's football team. So we done a wee video the other day of, like, hi, I'm Ali, this is the position I play, this is what number I'm at, whatever else. We went through the whole team. A couple of girls were like, mm-mm. And that's the pressure of what's going to happen at the end of that there. Loads of them were involved in it, whatever. And then it was, I think it got up to like, maybe, I don't even know, there was one at 70,000 views and there's one at like 20,000 views, right? So say it's a 20,000 view. There was people in their school, like the boys, like redoing the video. So there was like wee boys jumping in going, hi, I'm Ali, I'm that. Trying to take the piss. The girls that are in the video howled though, they were actually taking it. But that could then take one of these wins to go, oh, I'm not doing that.
No, that's embarrassing.
I'm not doing that. So it's, I think it's quite a good topic because it's how do you deal with the bullying when the wee comes in and says, so-and-so said this to me. Because some wins will tell you, but some wins will not.
Well, I was telling you, obviously, on the way here, I was phoning the school this morning. Some wee boy dipped paper towels in the toilet and launched it at the rain yesterday. I'm like, but the school never phoned me.
Phoned you as well.
So obviously I was working anyway, but Paul had like said to me when I got up the road and it was tea time, so I couldn't deal with it. Well, it was 7 o'clock. I couldn't deal with it. So, but he said I had to take her home for school, put her in the shower, because like it went all over uniform now. I've been in that school's toilets and they're fucking manky. And I'm like, no, I'm not having it. Like, at least phone. Like,
they should be phoning and going, listen, like, you know, there was an incident there. The school done that with me with Ali one time, and honestly, when we got home, when she got home and I had obviously spoke to her about it, she was a wee bit upset or whatever, and I went, it's a boy again. I went, choke him.
Well, that's what Paul said. Choke him. Go and kick him in the balls if that happens again. Poppy went, what, in the boys' toilet? And Paul went, I don't care if you need to fucking go into the boys' toilet, go in there and kick him right in the balls.
I love it though when the teacher phones and goes, oh, by the way, just to let you know, she's done it. And I go, yeah, I told her to.
Well, that's what I said. Do you know, I always say, like, if somebody does something to you, don't throw the first punch.
100%.
But stick up for yourself.
Aye.
Oh, but I'll get in trouble. I says, will you tell them to phone your mum?
Phone me.
So yeah, I told you.
Yeah, that's the best way to be. I think they need to stick up for themselves, and I think the fact that they can come and tell you is then on you how you deal with it.
Aye.
Like, you can say so long, ignore it. How long do you ignore it for before it becomes a bigger problem?
So this wee boy, I mean, he's not a hanky, annoys everybody. I think he's just one of the wee shits. And I'm like, no, I'm not having that. Like, no fucking toilet water.
No water. No
water, exactly. But especially fucking toilet water. And the way sitting there, like, Paul said he had to like wash her hair, like make her wash her hair and all that.
That's a shame.
I says, was it stinking, Poppy? Like, because I would have been absolutely sitting there in the class reeking a bitch, you know. Then I'll be even worse, do you know what I mean? I'm like, was it stinking? She's like, it wasn't that bad, but I'm like, it's still.
It's that, no, she's quite ballsy.
Aye, and I think that's why the school didn't phone me. Aye. Because she copes with shit very, very well. But
I know, it's
no okay, doesn't it? You know, she's obviously been upset about it, the fact that she's had to come home, get washed.
100%.
It's fucking manky, little shit.
It's no right.
Like fucking donkey's head next time.
It's to the point though, but like you go, right, so I'll deal with that, but I shouldn't need to deal with that because the teacher should then deal with that. And then, and I always say this, so see, even like if you're watching like football or whatever and there's Wednesday and something, deal with it. I don't know happen again. Do you know what I mean? Because then if you go, because for me, I always remember I was feeling a bit of pressure right once, and I was like, right, let me just reach out to the mum, and I get nothing back, and I was like, the next time I'll know.
See, I'm the type of mum, if somebody was to reach out to me and say either Kai or Poppy were causing it or being arseholes, I'd be like, I'm dealing with it. And I'd go fucking apeshit on them. Like, I'm not the type of mum, no my way.
I did it one time and I always remember this, right? So there was a group of them, they were all in the chat or whatever in school, and one of the mums had contacted me and she's like, oh, by the way, she's like, the weans upstairs greeting because Ali was telling me to fuck off now, right? So I'm like, that.
Don't know.
Ali, right? But I was like, Ali! So that was me, phone after all the rest of it, blah, blah, blah. So one of the other mums had phoned me and she's like to me, this was the next day, and she's like, have you grounded Ali? And I went, and she's like, what for? And I says, because she's obviously up there too. And she went, did you see it on the phone? I said, no, because the chats were deleted. She went, aye, because the other lassie deleted the chat. I've got it all. She's like, let me show you the screenshots. The other lassie was like to Ali, you go fuck yourself, you do this, you're a wee cunt, you're this, you're that. Honestly, like the mouth on this wee lassie. And Ali had actually wrote saying, no, you go fuck yourself. And that was all Ali wrote. And then that wee lassie had obviously had the cheek to go to her bed greeting. And then
poor Ali.
But see, the thing is, I said to Ali the next day, why did you no say to me? And she went, because I did swear, I did say fuck, like, you go fuck yourself. And I was like, I know, but she's just told into you, I wouldn't have done that to you. Like, I'd have told you to stay away for get out the chat.
But I wouldn't have fucking went
it was actually two other mums. It was like to me, you've actually grounded her when it was her. I was like, well, when I'll take you for
I think I'm that type of, I think because, I don't know if it's maybe because of what I went through in school or like the way people were to me and horrible that if somebody was to say it was like one of mine, I don't really give the benefit.
No, I'm like, I do it.
Because I mean, Kai's fine, like he's obviously just 15, do you know what I mean? Chill, does what he needs to do, doesn't say about a ghost, whereas Poppy is sassy and savage. But everybody always kind of says that when they're way hard and she's no way is, like she's always dead nice and dead polite.
Just because she's sassy though doesn't mean she's a bully.
Exactly. She can stick up for herself. So half the time I'm like, did you? And I don't really get a lot of messages saying that Poppy's been involved in much, to be fair, but
Brooke was probably my child for that. She was wild. She was absolutely, like, I don't know, honestly, I remember sitting going like, Chris, what is happened with her? Like, she was wild. And see now, because she's an nursery teacher and I'm like, she's such an angel.
Different.
What the fuck?
I think we all need to go through that wee bit of.
She didn't. She wasn't bullying him or whatever. But I mean, I remember, and I always remember this. Chris had picked her up at 6 o'clock, right? And I was walking at the range at 6:25. So he dropped her off, and she'd phoned me. And she's like, "Just to let you know, I've been in a fight. I'm absolutely fine." And I was like, "Whoa, hold on a minute. It's 6:25. She finished work at 6. What the fuck?" She's like, "No, 2 lassies started on me." So I was like, "Right, where are you? Till I come and see you?" And he shouted in the background, "She was wearing a Canada Goose jacket. It's a jacket, all right."
Fuck the wind.
She went, I took the jacket off and told my boyfriend to hold it, and I was like, "Girl, that's all right."
As long as the jacket's fine. How's your face?
I am like, wait a minute, there was 2 of them. And she's like, she's like, it's fine though, it's brand new. I was like, right, okay. It's like, she's me.
I think Wayne, like I said, Wayne's are fucking like savage. And social media's got a big part
so it's how you deal with it. So like, do you punish your kid? No, obviously you're not punishing them, right? But do you take their social media away for them, and do you take this away for them so that they don't then endure that bullying? But then it's as if you're doing them. Because
you think if social media wasn't there, would half of these people say shit to you, to your face? And they're all hiding behind it. And even though that maybe their names and all that come up, but then you've obviously got the fake accounts and whatever. And Snapchat's obviously feral, so we go through like Poppy and Kai's phones, but there has been times in group chats and it's not been Poppy that's getting it, but there's other wee lassies that's getting it from another wee lassie, and see a 10-year-old's mouth.
The mouth on them was horrendous.
I'm like reading these messages, it's like, I'm going to swing you about with the hair and all that, and I'm like, I don't think I spoke like that when I was 10.
No, that's how I think, like, because I was bullied and then I used to get frightened, but Chloe and Brooke was only a year apart, so they two had each other. Chloe was a wee bit more like, do you know what I mean? Like she would, if somebody said something to her, she was pure like, oh, this person. As in Brooke was just like, who are you talking to? Like, so she was kind of more the backbone for the two, so it was good sending the two together. But when I send Ali into that school now, I'm like, oh,
she's on her own.
She's on her own.
Because I mean, obviously, I've got like Claire and Kat who are both feral.
Yeah.
So they always had my back. But Poppy has obviously got Kai, who's going to say about a ghost, to be honest. So I don't know what she's going to be.
I just think when you're teaching, I think if you, as well, if you're letting your kids on social media, like, as I said, with me running that account with Ali, and like there's boys coming in and maybe saying like, use are shite or use are, and I'm just like,
fuck up.
Who's told these, I mean, like,
who's said
that?
Like,
listen, if you're on there, you need to watch what you write, you need to...
I think these boys would say that to other boys, but do boys say that to other boys?
It's just because there's no consequences to it.
There isn't. That's what I mean.
You're not getting a punch in the mouth.
You know. Aye.
Do you not think they're more, like, they're desensitised as well because of the content they're seeing too?
Aye.
We never seen videos like they're seeing now.
Nah, never.
Nah, definitely.
Never. And some things they'll listen to and you're like, whoa. And then it's not that, because then I'll think about the songs we used to listen to, but we're running about singing.
Aye.
The fuck? We were singing all that. Like, I'm now more conscious because I'm watching how kind of what they're doing, and I'm like, wait a minute, but we were kind of brought up with that, but we used to get a doing.
Aye, that's it. Going back to the consequences.
Aye.
How many times would you watch a fight and all that in your school and stuff? Like, because people would just be fucking going at it like all the time. You'd be scared to say boo to people.
I know.
And then nowadays,
they don't really fight the top.
Aye,
that's their thing. So I always remember when I actually learned I could fight. I always remember, as I said, like this lassie used to really give my cousin, like, stinking, right? My cousin, back in the day, like, my cousin was sallow skin, like, you never got anybody like that, right? She was stunning, she was the best looking in the school. And this lassie just hated her. She used to come round my company and she used to be like, she's this. And I used to stand like, I'm saying nothing, do you know what I mean? Like, and she was doing it for a reaction, you know what I mean? And then she used to say stuff about me, and it was actually a boy, and he turned around and went, are you going to allow that? And I swear, I don't know what happened that day. I was just like,
What's my fucking shit?
Fuck. I was like, no. So I went and got her. Ended up, she got expelled because she battered her. And then the lassie flew for me after it. My mum got a phone call. Remember, I never even had a mobile at the time. My mum got a phone call saying, listen, no, my auntie phoned and went, Lee's been expelled for school. And my ma phoned the school and went, and my guidance teacher at the time went, Shan's on the bus on her way to work. And she's like, I know, but was she not just rolling about? And she went, aye, she's fine though.
Wonder where Brooke got it from.
She's absolutely fine. So see for then, I think, but when I realised, oh, wait a minute here, because I always remember leaving Knightswood and get up to St Thomas Aquinas and rolling about with Lassie in front of the whole school, and I was just like,
do you remember that school's just to like pure bounce about
that
schools?
That's an issue I know though, because that becomes a video now.
It does.
Oh, aye.
And then it's everywhere, so you've got that in your mind that whatever I do in school could end up going
It's
viral.
everywhere. It's absolutely
Because
everywhere.
I remember Kai had a video or something in his Snapchat, and I was like, look, don't you share that.
Yeah.
It's fine if it's in your phone, but it's no came for
it's
you.
no
Like,
came for you.
because you know what, like, they're fucking hammering down on people trying to do that. Like,
I know.
But the videos are fucking everywhere, aren't they?
But that's the thing, you can't do it with a phone nowadays. Nothing at all. Do you know what I mean? There's video evidence of absolutely everything now. Everything.
wild.
But it always seems to be like, you'll usually find like, it's always like that one way into it that's maybe not having a great time in the house.
Aye, there's
That's
something.
just want to
Jealousy.
project.
It is, and I think sometimes we see when you say they mean, oh, they're just jealous, but in reality, it is actually true.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just saying that to make the Wayne feel better. Like, that is actually true. People only
So Alan
say
said
shit.
to me about not doing TikToks, right? And I was like, Telly, well, it's up to you. Like, if you don't want to do the wee TikTok videos,
It's fine.
You're more important than the likes and stuff. She's like, no, because people screenshot it and I get riddies and all that and whatever else. And then I think once her group of pals were like, no, it's cool, you got all these free samples and you're doing this and you're... And then she was like, I had to say to her,
that's all right.
so I had to say to her, listen, if you enjoy dating them, do not let these people's opinions.
Aye.
I was like, if you enjoy it, if you don't enjoy it, then that's completely different. I was like, but you need to be in charge of your own emotions. I says, because see, the minute you stop doing that, they've won. If you enjoy it, I says, and then you'll move on to something else where they'll pick out, because I'm feared about the football thing.
Because they'll maybe go like this, like, oh, you're playing football.
Aye, so I'm feared of that because my cousin, she plays for Rangers, and she's getting stick the new after the boys that maybe aren't good at football, and they're like, tranny. Do you know my cousin, right? My cousin's husband put her on Twitter, right? Put a picture of her on Twitter, and a grown fucking woman came in and wrote little fucking boot.
Fuck's sake.
Because she did Rangers stuff on.
What about the Kilmarnock one that was recently? They end up deleting it because the lassie's skin.
Horrendous
Oh,
was
I've
that.
seen that. That is fucking awful.
Horrendous.
That was awful.
Horrendous. And it's not that you know that Wayne's already feeling some sort of way about herself.
Self-conscious, probably,
Aye.
no doubt.
Horrendous. And it's not that. See, that's what I'm saying. So, and one of the other ones, she had got a skid burn, like she'd done out, no, what it's called.
What, Astro?
Aye. She'd got that, right, and she'd put, again, Gordon had put up a video, a picture of it, sorry, because it was really, really bad, and a guy came in and said, I hope that fucking hurts. Like, and it's because she was a hun, like, and like,
Just
take
triggered.
the fucking day off, do you know what I mean? It's a Wayne, like,
shut the fuck up.
oh, do you need hugged?
You need fucking more
You
than
need
a hug.
yeah, you need more than a hug, as we always say. But no, I just think, like, bullying doesn't even technically come for kids. And
It starts at home.
There's so many adults, because we're always very cautious of what we say in front of Ali, right? Like, it's so funny, like some of the stuff she hits at me, and I'm like at her, I laugh, and then I go, don't repeat that. You can't say that. You can't say that out with here. And I'm like, it must be like somebody going, like, say for instance, somebody in her football team's better than her, and me sitting at home going,
Aye, because you can get that in the dancing and all. Like,
aye.
obviously,
Oh God, I hated
dance
the dancing.
mums are.
I hated the
fucking
dancing. Hated the dancing.
Dance
honestly,
mums are savage.
I think one time Chloe and Brooke had got first for duo, like dancing, and one of the other mums was like, they were smiling because obviously my Waynes came second, and I was like,
do I know what I love? Like,
mate, they're smiling
when the
because
Waynes
they got
don't
first.
do as well or whatever, and the most like, oh, she's not been well today. Like,
Aye.
no, your Wayne was shite.
I said to Ara this morning, right?
Kidding on. I got on with all the dancers. I don't mean that.
You love them all.
They
I
all
said to Ara this morning, what did I say to her? I said something to her like, oh, we've got awards night coming up, right? But we've been in this team, like, maybe like 8 months or something, right? So I says to her, listen, you might not get it or whatever. I says, because to be fair, I said, you were flying there for months. I says, and this week you've kind of been a bit lazy. And she went, no, but this week, I says, this week you've been playing shit. And she went, I've not been meaning to play like that. I went, well, I never said you were. I said, but you need to take accountability because it's your body. It's only you that's running. She swung her head right round. She went, it's not as if I'm meaning to. And I went, I'm not saying you are. I said, you just need to, I'm not going to batter you up and go, you're fantastic when you're not fantastic.
It's not
that we put trackers on our feet, right? Like if anybody's been playing football, you need to buy this because it's great. And it's I think it's called City Play, so they slap on their boots, right? So it tells you like how many times they've touched the ball, possession, honestly it tells you loads, dribbles, shooting power. So if we think Ali's played shite or whatever, we go into that, she's ran a 5k or speed sometimes like through the roof. And it's targets, so it's everybody, it's like all different countries in it. So Ali's sitting like in this, I think she's like number 3 in the whole world for everybody that wears these trackers at her age group for tops, for speed.
And you're like, no speed, sorry, not good enough. And you could be number 1.
Can't believe you're
It's fucking shocking.
It's shocking. But when you put her to the under 14s, she'll obviously it's like,
it'll be
because some of these weightings are phenomenal at that age. I mean, so I'm like, I said to her, because you can change it, and I was like, that's where you need to get better for you, no for anybody else.
Your own
progression. She's very like, I'm not playing that. I'm not meaning to play shite. I'm not saying you are.
How does that affect her? But does it help her?
She's very good.
Being honest with it.
So Chris is terrible with her. Like sometimes, honestly, like we had such an argument maybe about 6 weeks ago, right? Because I felt as if he was constantly like picking, right? And I'm like, you need to finish with a positive. I'm all about like, you were fucking shite there, but you know what you were good at? Like, let's finish with a positive. So that's the last thing.
You were good on the bench.
You were good at handing out the snacks.
You could hand out the water.
So I always say that to him, but he's like, because he's so football minded, and he's like, nah, they need to be told, like, they can't be, did you see fucking David Beckham's dad giving him a compliment? And shite? And I'm like, oh, right, okay. Right, when David Beckham.
I'm all for that, I know.
Aye. Well,
you get participation trophies. See, when I was younger, second was nothing. You just...
Nothing. What's about
you get a wee trophy for showing up.
Aye, I do agree with it. I do agree with it, but I think with lassies, like, I'm like, just finish on a wee positive. Like, you were shite at this, you could have worked on this, you could have worked with this. You were good at your running the day though. Like, doesn't need to be big. But anyway, so me and him are both the same with that. We don't just people please her. But they fell out like really bad, like maybe about 2 months ago. Really bad, right? And she got called up to play for the under 14s as well, so she was doing both. She was knackered. She trained 7 days a week, so she was absolutely knackered, and she just lost the plot with him, right? I was like, oh fuck, don't get me wrong, I moved him at the way and I dealt with her. Not the next day he's like, I'm not going to that fucking fit boy. He's like, she can go, you can take her, I'm not going. So I took her. She played fucking brilliant, right? Brilliant. But you could tell she was raging that he wasn't there, right? And then the next day again, great. I'm like, maybe he should just stay away.
Aye, bad omen.
Aye, stay away. But then when they started to warm up towards each other again, he came the next week. She came right after the pitch, and he stood like that, no saying a thing. She got a pitch, went, right, okay, so what could I have worked on there? What was? And I'm like, she actually thrives on getting that feedback.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Although sometimes she'll go, I didn't agree with that, but we've bought that X-Bot now, so it follows her on the pitch. So see when we come home, I know. So see when we come home, we sit for the hour after it, and they two watch it. So it's like a pure bonding thing for they two. So then you'll go, this is where you should have been at this point. You should have kicked here. You should have, and it does help.
You've got an analysis room in your house.
I know, it sounds fucking great. It's time with me though. Trackers and fucking. No, but it does help her. Like, I honestly like because she does like 1-to-1 and all that as well, and like we'll always say, I never noticed like with the 1-to-1, right? But then see when you put her on the pitch compared to like maybe people her age group that are not doing the 1-to-1, she's technically so much better. And it helps her so much. And people go, I mean, that's extortionate, you pay for that. And I'm like, well, I'd rather pay for that with her if it's her dream. Like, see if we get to next year and she doesn't want to do that, she wants to dance or something, fucking raging.
Like you said, I was shite that one time last year, Mum.
Do these trackers work on the dance floor?
Sure, I could track myself doing that move.
No, but I always say that, like, you need to be honest with your Wayne.
Selling all your gear on marketplace because you've got all this analysis stuff.
Looking for a dance costume. Trade.
Straight trade. There's so many girls playing football now.
Oh, it's so good.
As you said about that picture there with that girl, I mean, that was a great accomplishment she got then. The next one, it was just shot down.
It's fucking disgusting.
And how do you deal with that as a parent? Do you know what I mean? Like, especially
Tap
in
the
that
fucking boss door.
Well, I know I would deal with it, but I'm just meaning, like, in general, like that wee girl's parents there, like, that's a different level of bullying. I think it's
worse because it's coming from grown-ass adults, like, really.
And she's probably at the age where she's got social media and all that and watching it on. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's horrendous for her. That's how it can make or break you, can it? Like, being in the public eye, can I be bit
and
like
we've
that?
said
like,
before, like, how we've obviously got thick skin, and like with my job and stuff like that, you need to have thick skin because it's feral, and if you're doing social media, you're going to get shit 100%. Like that.
I mean, we've woke up to some amount of shite sometimes, haven't we? Like, what was it? Nothing like watching two
munters talking shite on the internet.
Turned out net positive. I made a couple of £100 for selling Garnier. Was it?
Just this munter putting her face cream on.
But no, I just think like you either need to be thick skinned, and I always say that to Ali as well. I said, it's terrible you even need to say that, but I'm like, see, having a flaw that you know is a flaw, like Ali always goes, oh, I'm a bit taller and whatever, and I'm like, that's alright. See, when somebody makes a joke, you just make a joke back with them because they'll stop it, because they'll realise it's not getting to you.
Bothering you.
Shit, you need to actually sit down with your way and say, listen, you're going to get dinged for this stuff. But
so Poppy's got a wee bit of eczema on her eyelid. Now that Wayne has got every single bit of skincare that you can think of, and will not put eczema cream on her eyelid. Like, the one bit of skin that actually needs looked after, you will not fucking do it. Like, what is your problem? So she's like, oh, mum, such and such said I've got like a red eye, and I went, well, fucking put your cream on.
You know what you did, didn't you?
I'm not even feeling sorry for you.
Empty one of your creams and put that in it.
But it's just a wee, see, because it's a steroid cream that goes on her eye. So obviously you need to be a bit. I'm going to fucking joke her. I don't want to hear it if people are saying about your eye, because you'll not put your cream on it.
Aye.
So there's a see if
but Wayne's will pick up, wouldn't it?
Aye. But say she put her cream on, like, it'll take 3 days for it to go away.
Fuck it.
Aye, but this we can't on to do it.
No, that's wild. Aye, that's
like, you're just being an arsehole, Poppy. Like, you sit.
And has anybody said anything about it?
Aye, in schools, there's a couple of wee boys will make wee comments about it.
Boys again.
But can't be bothering her that much, or she would deal with it.
Aye.
Did you say boys again?
I don't know why you look at me.
Do you have boys? Do you have kids?
I've got a wee girl.
A wee girl, aye.
She's 4 in January.
Aye.
Oh, you've got the fun to look
You just need to teach her how to
forward
fucking wrestle, because these boys are fed.
Put her into karate.
How do you think there's a way they can stop it? By, you've got to get like verification?
Going to answer that in part 2.
Lance and Patrick.